Namaste and welcome to this episode of the Thursday Thoughts. On 27th October 2025, there was a landmark deal. A memorandum of understanding was signed at Moscow between Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, the South Asian aviation giant, with the PJSC, the United Aircraft Corporation of Russia, to enable India and enable HAL to manufacture SJ-100 commercial passenger aircraft in India. Make in India, call it Make in India, call it Atmanirbhar Bharat, or call it Viksit Bharat. This is a huge step for HAL as well as for India when they are going to manufacture civilian aircraft all in-house in India. It's going to be a huge news and huge proposition, because it will create that many more jobs. It will create that much of huge ecosystem for civil aircraft, which hitherto was dominated and is dominated by the AB of the civil aviation, that is the Airbus and Boeing. If you look at the figures, rough figures, Airbus has got almost 73% of their revenues coming from civil aircraft, whereas the rest is from military aircraft products. As well as if you compare that of Boeing, civil versus military, they are almost 38-39%. These are the 2024 rough figures, of course, the revenues. So for a company in aviation market, if you want to last long, or are looking at a very bright future, a long bright future, you have to indulge in civil aircraft manufacturing as well. This was my thinking, long back. Maybe 30 years ago, I was of the same opinion. In fact, I had a small video clipping, which must be somewhere in my video cassette long back, 25 years back, when the then chairman of HAL had opined too in the Good Morning India program of the Indian television program, being anchored by none other than Jairam Ramesh of Congress. He was a TV anchor those days. He was interviewing the then chairman of HAL, Wing Commander R.N. Sharma, who then told that today our business, HAL's business, that is way back in say 80, 91, 92, like that, in the early 90s, maybe 80% military and 20% civil aircraft. I want to reverse it. I want to see HAL reversing it. So this will be a huge step when HAL has signed an MOU with the United Aircraft Corporation of Russia to jointly produce in India the commercial carrier or the passenger carrier aircraft in India, totally in the Make in India concept and Atmanirbhar Bharat. And of course, you have this Udan scheme, Udega Desh Ki Aam Nagarik. So it will be a huge, because this is, if you look at the features of SJ-100, it is a narrow-bodied, twin-engine and short-haul aircraft. It has a range of say 3,000 to 3,500 kilometers. That means if it starts taking off from Srinagar, it can land even up to Rameshwaram. So it can cover the whole country, the whole length and breadth of India it can cover. So it is not like the earlier aircraft. We can discuss about that a bit later. So it has got a huge range and capacity. It has got say around 87 passengers to 103 passengers. Depending on the variants, the configuration that India chooses to choose. So twin engine, short haul, and it can connect all the tier 2 cities of India. It's a huge news for all the civil aviation aspirations of India, and it is indeed is the requirement. It has come 40 years after India stopped producing the earlier civil aircraft that it wanted to produce, that is HS-748. It had stopped in way back in 85 or 88. So 1988 it had stopped. So 40 years later, in fact, if you ask me, I am tempted to tell that it has come 40 years late, but it's never too late in civil aviation. There is a huge demand of say around 200 to 300, around 350 aircraft in the region, because we have got a huge country of long list of tier 2 cities which need to be connected. And if you have got the cheapest, it in fact SJ-100, as and when it will be produced in India, it will cost somewhere around 300 crores. And now Boeing or even Airbus, they cost the cost that of 200 to 300 passenger capacity, it costs anywhere between 750 to 880 crores. So this has come as a good cheap alternative to the customers all over India. And only thing is that we have to manufacture quickly, which is a big challenge. That is where the HAL disposition will be well advised to have a plan of building the ecosystem for civil aviation market, civil aviation maintenance. That MRO business we have talked long back in the same Thursday Thoughts. This is a huge opportunity created by HAL. Kudos to each one in HAL. And if you look at their experience, I won't call their novice at civil aviation. They had manufactured HS-748 30, 40 years ago. In fact, there was a shorter, which is still in production, is the Dornier DO228, which is now called Hindustan 228. It is, of course, 19-seater. So we are not going to compare apples with oranges, but the experience definitely helps us. So the Kanpur division of HAL was involved in the Dornier GmbH tie-up and producing the Dornier aircraft for the Vayudut also, but somehow it just did not take off. It had not fructified into what each Indian would have loved to see it. Now probably this 100-seater, 87 to 103-seater SJ-100, that is Sukhoi Superjet 100, and you want to know with whom HAL has signed the MOU, it is none other than the United Aircraft Corporation, which in fact has given India the Sukhoi MKI 30, Sukhoi 30 MKI. It has also produced the Sukhoi 57, Su-57, which is the 5th generation aircraft, and it was formed after combining all the smaller companies of Russia. And it's a huge step to me, and fantastic thinking by the disposition of HAL and the Government of India. And Rajnath Singh, the defense minister, definitely is correct when he says it's a game changer. It will be a game changer for the skies of India. Job creation, ecosystem of civil aviation, and lot of innovations will run into it. And avionics, we are good at it, if I am allowed to say so. So the Russian engine, the indigenous Russian engine, has replaced from the original design of SJ-100. So we would like to see this fructifying as early as possible. So उड़ेगा देश का आम नागरिक, बनेगा Viksit Bharat. With these few words, bye bye, take care, God bless, till we meet next time again. God bless. Take care.